his head straight. Gate 9. Sent back on their journey from the 1800, a very untidy beginning. A number of horses slow, 1, 2 and 3 lengths respectively. Fists of Fire looking for an early spot. Tilmeath is overdoing it, and right there Space News, the white blinkers, Flying Peakins around them. Decorateds between runners, Razor Hallelujah, Seattle Beats on the inside, Parallel Universe, the white cap. Ellis Islands around them, Flying Peakins moving right around in the pink on the outside to join up as they move down towards the final 1300 meters. Cape Fowl went further back in the running. Then we have Diamond Master, Shikari's further back in the running. Fort Wiley, 1,000 tunes next best. They got their 10-11 lengths to make up. Let's Go Fly at the 1,000 peg. In behind these runners, Shikari and Giuseppe's Song is stone last and running very awkwardly there. Ran off the rail, Giuseppe's Song, and costing valuable ground. So in front, Space News by a neck, Flying Peakin, Fists of Fire and Tilmeath, Decorated, Parallel Universe, Ellis Island, Reminders for Seattle Beat, Razor Hallelujah's on the outside, Blue Sleeves with the yellow cap, got about 5 to hunt down, 1,000 tunes around them. Homeward Bound just on 400 meters to go, Space News has the lead, Flying Peakin, Fists of Fire, the red cap comes out for a run, Tilmeath, Seattle Beats on the inside, Decorated, Razor Hallelujah, the yellow cap towards the inside, but Space News has got away a length and a half. Fists of Fire's on the outside, Decorated's trying to run on late, but it's Space News the leader. Decorated's running late, Razor Hallelujah, Space News looking for the line, Decorated's coming late, but just too late. Space News lasted from in second, it's tight, Decorated or Razor Hallelujah, many lengths back to Seattle Beat. Number 7, Space News for the Carl Hurtson stable, the elusive Fort, Lyle Hurtson for Carl Hurtson, Danica Stud, the Bartletts wins it and keeps them at bay over the final 50 meters. Razor Hallelujah probably puts the nose down second. Decorated, an absolute cracking run after bursting through the front of the gates. He moved up to them to a point. He only goes down a half a length, Decorated, and breaking through the front of the gates there. Then many lengths back to Seattle Beat. Fists of Fire, Flying Peakin, Ellis Island, Let's Go Fly. Top of the lane, 300 out. Space News gave them the click, got away from them. Tilmeath, Razor Hallelujah. Decorated is towards the outside, but number 7, Space News, is just clinging to the lead. Razor Hallelujah. Decorated moved up dangerously for a few strides, but as they come to the line, number 7, Space News seals the deal. Back to the studio.
He looked in showroom condition and he was driven into the winner's enclosure by the trainer's son, who we'll talk to in a moment. But before we go any further, Richard is the gentleman who does the duty back home with Space News. Well done to you, Richard. 1,000 rand on behalf of Hollywoodbets and on behalf of Gold Circle. Enjoy the money and all the very best to you. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's get Carl in. Carl, I said to Graham on air, I had the privilege of spending some time with you at the stables the other day, and thanks for your time. And every time on the previews, I keep saying, I remember that day standing in the second and third box with you and Lyle, and he said to you, Dad, the horses have come good, they're looking well, and this horse was no exception. He looked in showroom condition. Well done.
Thank you very much, Warren. Yeah, I was fortunate to be able to take over this horse from the previous owners. They were very kind to let me have him, and I've given him his time. I got to say, well done to Caden. It's unfortunate he's on holiday, otherwise he would have ridden this horse today. He was quite keen for me not to run it back, you can imagine. I was in two minds, but he took his race so well. I mean, there was no way I wasn't going to run him back. And I was able to get Lyle, which was a bonus. And he rode a cracker. He rode an absolute cracker. I'm well chuffed.
You've got to stand in line to get Lyle to ride for you. You should be.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not that easy. It's never that easy. I wish it was. No, far from. But Yeah, well done to the yard, the lads and that. They've been knuckling down. The horses are starting to pick up and come right. So let's hope onwards and upwards from here.
Well, lovely. Rest of your day, what can
I've just got old Toltec in what I think is a very tough handicap. He's drawn a tricky draw of 11. He gets a little bit of luck in running. He could run into the places.
Well, lovely. Yard's ticking along nicely. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Spot on. Come on now, don't be silly. Your dad says he's got a sickle to get hold of you, and but when he does, we take notice and bang in the winner's enclosure. Well done.
Thanks, Warren. I'm absolutely thrilled. You know, it's always a little bit extra special to win for him. Of course, my first winner was for him in these colours, and so very dear to me. But yeah, just into this race, you know, he just seems like a horse that I think he's a proper stayer. He'll get 12 furlongs. Last time ran a great race over the 2,100 metres, and you know, coming back in trip was probably a little bit of a concern, but you know, he had, like my dad said, he'd taken the race really well, and if I could get a positive position and keep building, he was going to run a solid race. But I think he did step it up a notch today. Very encouraged by the win, and I think you know, as it gets stronger and fills out that big burly frame, get up over a trip, could win again.
Lyle, the rest of your rides, nice to have you in the winner's enclosure early on in the day. What can we expect later on?
Well, and I thought, you know, my first two, a winner would come from them. Just fell short, so happy that one come from this horse. Rest of my day, you know, I think, as my dad alluded to, like for example, Toltec's race, and that the races today are competitive once again. So, you know, if I could have another win, I'd be more than grateful. But to be boxing along, I'll be happy.
Spot on. Lovely to have Hannah on course. I was going to actually ask to have a word with her because she does a lot of work riding. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, and she's on the phone, so she's escaped the interview. But lovely to have your fiancée on course.
Yeah, fantastic. She was here for my first winner for my dad as well, so I hope it doesn't have to become a regular thing because flights aren't cheap. But yeah, just again, well done to my dad. Of course, he owns and trains this horse, and you know, there's obviously sales coming up. And I just ask two things: please buy him horses and insure with Cuda.
Wonderful, Lyle. Spot on.
Thank you very much. I also heard the owner gives big presents, so I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, he carves the turkey, I believe, very, very well, does Carl. There we go. You heard it from Lyle Hudson. Lovely bit of banter. Why not? Going to the sales is Carl, buy him a horse and insure them with Cuda and carve the turkey. Carl, we hope you're listening. That's the results, 7, 9, 5 and 2. Race number 3 is done and dusted. Race 4 is just around the corner. A family affair for the third race with Space News.